all-time high. Inflation highest in 40 years. Stock market plummeting. Approval ratings in the tank. Food shortages. Baby formula shortages. Record crime. Record burglaries. Murders, shootings. Record overdoses. Rampant homelessness. Sky-high cost of living. Unbelievable censorship. Corruption in the highest halls of power. Record profits for the most corrupt corporations. Tens of billions of dollars sent to a corrupt country. Getting us involved in a hot war with a nuclear power for the first time in history. Record crossings at the border. Sky-high national debt. The oldest president in history. The lowest approval for a VP in history. An unprecedented first-of-its-kind draft leak of a Supreme Court decision. Undefinable basic words. Identity confusion and indoctrination of the youth en masse. A ministry of truth. Destruction of the nuclear family. A rising threat from the east. And still so few paying attention. Just like they want.
Alright, Shalom. All praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua, Bahashem Rakakadash, the bonus to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone. Salutations to all the brothers and a few sisters out there, unto the Israelite foreigners from the seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Shalom in the Hebrew, which means peace. It's going to be a quick show to the spirit of Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushua, one of your brothers be edified. Couldn't let this one go. And he said a mouthful in a short period of time. Within a few years, he said a mouthful of all the events that's taking place, and this is just the beginning. All right, this is just the beginning of a hellified end to a hellified empire. All right, we are in that time, and this is a good site to go to. Say, are you prepared for this? And none of these Americans are prepared. Long when I remember the title, America is drowning. America is drowning, and the American people don't know. All right, they just now realizing that the boat is sinking. All right, and instead of throwing the water overboard, they just keep throwing it in the same spot. So this place is drowning, and it's getting worse and worse and worse by the second. And this is all prophetic. See, when we say the things that we say, and it didn't happen, which, the first scripture that come in mind with that one, and it happened at the time, but now we're seeing it clearly. Why? Because we have to say these things, and when we say the thing through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, now the Lord is making it manifest. Things take time. Perfection takes time. All right? Now, since I make mention of that, let me get it real quick before I get this one. Habakkuk 2, Psalm 1. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and I will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what will I answer when I am reproved. So the Lord set us up to be watchmen. All right, a watchman is what? It's supposed to see the danger that's coming. So your job, you're always on your job as a watchman. You watch and see. All right, your job is not to be distracted by any other thing. You're looking for the potential danger. Okay, and it says, verse 2, and the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon the tables, that he may read, that he may run that readeth it. So what is written plain in the tables? The scriptures. All right, many scriptures, and a prophetic effort is coming to light more than ever. We are truly in the last days. And this is the scriptures is our measuring stick. This is why we measure everything. This is how we know what time we're in. He just said a mouthful within a short period of time that this guy got into presidency, World War III, famine, pestilence, all right, in a short period of time that this man was in office. All right, the value of the dollar, I don't know if you make mention of that. Because if we are not in inflation, we're in hyperinflation. Gas prices are going up every single day. Every time I turn around and look, I'm in a city, so it's utter ridiculous. Diesel, I believe diesel's like over $6, and since I got it, my car takes premium. I'm talking about like 535, which that probably is gonna change tomorrow, whenever I put this video up. So things are changing rapidly. Okay, it says for the vision is yet for an appointed time. Let's look up the word appointed time. It says the Hebrew word is ma'awad, ma'awad, ma'awad. It says appointed place, appointed time, meeting, appointed time generally, sacred season, set feast, appointed season, appointed meeting. All right, yeah, it just means what it means. It's appointed time. Time reveals everything. So the things that we're seeing, the things that we're going through, is only going to get worse because what the scripture says. Everything that's happening is happening because the scripture said it's going to happen. Okay, everybody that entrusted in the system, now people are suffering, which leads me to this. Isaiah 31, I saw that one. It says, woe to them that go down to Egypt for help. Woe meaning destruction. And what is Egypt? America is the modern day Egypt. America is Babylon. America is Assyria. America is Sodom and Gomorrah. America is everything. But you got people that entrust in the system, who's fully invested into this world. And the scripture says, woe unto them, and stay on horses and trust in chariots because there are many, and horsemen because they are very strong. All right, so these people trust in the system. They trust in what's in front of them. They believe what the mantra, like America, nobody could take it down because all the wars, because you're the superpower and so forth. But your own government, the same government that you trust, is the government that's bringing all this calamity towards you. All right, now you drive, you have an extra bill because you have to pay more in gas. All right, you try to buy food, the food is not real. Okay, you spend much more money on food than ever. Violence here in the city is utterly ridiculous. Damn near every day there's somebody getting killed, getting shot. The whole thing in Buffalo that took place, and here in the major city, the subways is unsafe. All right, you don't know who to trust, what to trust. Crime is going at all-time high, but yet you trust in the system, and that's all Jake knows. Jake is completely assimilated to America. They can't see beyond that. That's what the scriptures, especially this scripture, says, woe unto them. All right, meaning death and destruction. The scriptures clearly tells you in Micah 2:10 that this is not our rest. Okay, but yet our people trust in this. They trust in the judicial system, which never give you justice. They trust in the cops. All right, and when a cop kills a nigga, that's when niggas want to protest and this, that, to the third. But when Jake kill one another, they don't care about that. All right, just another nigga dead in the streets. Okay, but yet they trust in this system. It says because they are very strong. It's seemingly like it was strong for a moment, but now it's weakened. Okay, the dollar's not strong like it used to be. None of these fiat currencies in the world is strong anymore. But they look not unto the Holy One of Israel, neither seek the Lord. So they're not looking towards the scriptures. They're not looking towards the men that's out in the highways and byways and what they have to say, what's going on. All right, they rather believe in the same failed system that's failed them from generation to generation. They believe in that. Like the scripture says in Isaiah the 30th chapter, they trust in oppression. Okay, verse 2, yet he also is wise and would bring evil and would not call back his words. So all the things that you're hearing, the Lord is not calling back his words. This downward slope is going to continue, all right, until the destruction of this place. So it was behoove whoever is listening to remove yourself mentally, spiritually, out of this mindset of America, because this place is doomed. The Lord is not going to hold, he's not holding back anymore. Judgment is being displayed every single day. It says, but will arise against the house of the evildoers. That's what we're seeing, against the help of them that work iniquity. So the Lord is raising up against the evildoers. That's why all these women are losing their goddamn mind. The brother had put the video up of a woman asking about the abortion, and one woman said, it's up to the woman's choice. She said, what about the child's out the womb being born? It's up to a woman's choice. He said, what about the child? So can I kill a child if it was 2 years old? It's of the woman's choice. So these people are fully saturated in the mindset of this God-forsaken place. So they don't see the evil that's rising up against them. All right. And when you break down the word evil, means bad times. So everything that's happening is because the Lord is raising up against this place. It says, now the Egyptians are men and not God. So you could say the Americans are not men. The Americans are men. All right. Because overall, all this nonsense is going on with the abortion thing. It was the so-called white man, Esau Edom, that even allowed a law like Roe versus Wade to be publicized and to do what they're doing. And people don't even care what they do with the child's body, and not knowing that they use the child's body for damn near everything that you use in your everyday life. So you people are evil as all hell, man. It said, and not God, and their horses are flesh and not spirit. When the Lord will stretch out his hand, both he that helpeth shall fall, and he that hopeth shall fall down, and they all shall fail together. So all you people out here are going to fail miserably. People believe that, because Trump was in office, that it was going to be far worse. And look, all of a sudden, Biden's in office with a so-called black woman as vice president who's a fucking dingbat. And look how worse things have gotten. And yet they still want to put the blame on the last administration. And the people, what they're doing to the people is so evil. And yet they don't even see it. But that's the spirit of the Lord rising up against this place, man. All right? And clearly see it. Let me go to the scripture I wanted to get. 2 Ezra 16 and 37, sorry. Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack. And you have Bill Gates telling people to get cocktail every 6 months. All right? He's talking about the fourth cocktail. Okay? They even talking about different sort of plagues that's going to come out. A whole plethora of plagues. So it's not slacking. You can clearly tell the ambitious demeanor that they have. They don't care about anyone. They just want to bring in what they bring it in, which leads to the next scripture. As when a woman with child in the 9th month, go figures, right, bring forth her son with 2 or 3 hours of her birth, great pains compass her womb. So great pains are compassing. And nobody can really consider what really happens if there is a lack of diesel. Lack of diesel meaning lack of gas that trucks can use. Trucks bring in food to your local supermarkets. What's going to happen when the local supermarkets in New York City, if I'm not mistaken, I believe the last time they did a census, they said it was over 8 million people here, give or take how many people left New York. A major city like this place, this food stop coming in, what do you think is going to happen? All right? Great pains, man. Starvation, famine, violence at an all-time high. People are losing it when there is food in the supermarket. When there is some sort of job, they losing it. And the summer's summer's right around the corner. Okay? So great pains are coming. Death at an all-time high. And they talking about the grid falling down. They man, the elites have it. They got it made. They're gonna make you people suffer. You think what people going through in I forgot where it was, it Shanghai in China. They locked the whole goddamn city down. People starving, crying. This is exactly what's gonna come to America, but on steroids, man. Because these people never had fasted in their entire life. They don't even know what it means 1 minute without having something in their mouth. Okay? They're not prepared. But they're gonna have to suck it up. It says when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. So, hey, he was naming a whole bunch of beautiful things that's taking place right now, but there's more to come. Beautiful, man. Beautiful. Even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth, and the world mourn, and sorrows shall come upon it, and on every side. Hey, there's a drought in the west. There's tornadoes. There's in the middle of the country. Violence all over the place. It's not slacking 1 moment, not 1 minute. This place is truly going down, just like the prophecies I stated. And you think all these people are going to learn a lesson? Nope. They're going to continue doing the bullshit that they're doing. 2 Ezra 8:50 says, for many great miseries shall be done to them that are in the latter time, shall dwell in the world, because they have walked in great pride. Hey, next month, the whole entire month of June, so happens to be called Pride Month. All right. You have Transformers. You got Sodomites. You got Gomorrites. They're gonna be parading their wickedness. All right. They clearly going after the youth, and nobody's standing up to that. So the Lord is gonna destroy this place, and it is way overdue. Way overdue. All right. Way overdue, man. It says, let me get this real quick. Jeremiah 51, I believe it was 24. No. Jeremiah 51. I had it. Let me see. Yeah, 51:64. Wow, let me get that. It says, Jeremiah 24:62. Then shall thou say, O Lord, that have spoken against this place, to cut it off, that none shall remain in it, neither man nor beast, but that it shall be desolate forever. And that's talking about America. That's not talking about ancient Babylon. All right, ancient Babylon, you still could go there. It's called Iraq. They try to bombard it. It's still there. No, the Lord is utterly going to destroy this place called America. It says, it shall be when thou hast made an end of reading this book. Hey, the vision is yet for a appointed time, right? That thou shalt bind a stone to it and cast it into the midst of Euphrates. And thou shalt say, thus shall Babylon sink, and shall not rise from the evil that will bring upon her. And they shall be weary thus far on the words of Jeremiah, who is a prophet. And what it is a prophet does, they prophesied against many countries. Matter of fact, let me get that. We ended off on that. Jeremiah 8:8, it says, the prophets that have been before me, before thee of old, prophesied against many countries and against great kingdoms, of war and of evil and of pestilence. So a prophet's job is to bring bad news. All right. And the prophets from Abba Bivens, on down has left the legacy on earth to prophesy against this kingdom, which this kingdom, the Empire of America, which is the top of all the empires in the world, the Lord has pronounced evil against it. And now we're seeing the evil manifest. It is not at all going to slack a moment. It's just going to get worse and worse and worse. And as it's getting worse and worse and worse, life, as we know, is going to be hella uncomfortable. But at the end of it all, the kingdom of heaven is right around the corner. So that being said, something real quick. Shalom to the elect of the nation of Israel. Shalom.